I need help because I'm about to be homeless.
There are many families who won't be able to put food on the table without help.
People stealing food is up in the pandemic.
Do I think $600 is where we should be? No, I think it should be $1,200 in direct payment for every working class adult in this country and $600 for their kid.
We need direct payments.
Absolutely, we need direct payments.
Does your skinny bill contain another round of stimulus checks for all Americans?
No, it doesn't.
When you talk to senators and representatives, do they get how bad it is out there?
Some do, and some don't.
I don't call them stimulus checks. I call them survival checks.
But, the economists that I'm talking to, they say, listen, we don't know that stimulus checks are really needed right now.
I have no money for rent.
If we get kicked out of our house, where are we going to go?
Sanders pushed for the package to include more robust stimulus checks.
We came up with a $908 billion package.
Senator Sanders is saying you overcompromise, Senator.
7.8 million Americans have fallen into poverty just since June. That is the biggest and fastest increase this country has ever seen since the government started tracking poverty 60 years ago.
We actually came up with something that I think is a victory for the American people.
What about direct payments? That's not in here. You've said that there are other more pressing matters, but you can't tell that to people who can't make the rent and can't buy the food.
These are people who cannot afford to pay their rent. They owe thousands and thousands of dollars in back rent.
As it stands right now, February, I will be expected to pay my full rent, plus start making payments towards the back rent.
I know it's popular for people who like checks, but sending checks to people that don't need it doesn't strike us as high a priority.
Me and Dad have kind of gotten to the point of now that we only eat maybe once a day.
We need help.
Got this week 2 IPOs, 6 billionaires, over $40 billion in personal wealth.
Renters owe an estimated $70 billion in back rent.
Never thought I'd be in this situation ever.
I'm not Bernie Sanders.
We have over 200,000 kids who are going hungry every day.
I like millionaires and I like billionaires.
Has there ever been a night where you're lying in bed worried about where the next meal is going to come from?
Yes, I do. Some of them are being warned that they could be tossed out of their homes over the holidays.
Congress cannot go home for the Christmas holidays until we pass legislation which addresses the terrible economic desperation faced by so many working families.
This ought to be the centerpiece of any relief effort. People are desperate.
Bernie Sanders, he's saying unequivocally no deal without $1,200 stimulus checks and $500 per child.
We're making some progress, and we're going to continue that fight. Let's make sure that the Congress does the right thing.